So, fishing's been really tough. So, what I'm going to do today is just go out. I found some really interesting stuff on the bottom yesterday. Some rock piles, some cribs, and I want to show you what that looks like on the side imaging and down imaging. Just because I think it's pretty valuable to see what this stuff looks like and how to read your sonar so you can, find this stuff. So, I'm going to start the boat up and take a break from fishing this morning, and we're going to go out and just look at some of those rock piles and some of those cribs and show you what they look like on the sonar. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back. I guess we could start out with what view I like, and this is the view that I like with these 4 windows where you have the side imaging, you have the down imaging, and then the 2D. Now as we're going out here, you'll see we're going to go past a little rock pile right off of the boat, right off the pier here, and you'll see it's coming into view on the left side right now, and you'll see there's some little boulders right in here. That's what little rocks are looking like. There's nothing real big there, but that's a nice little rock pile right there. There's some other ones out here that are pretty interesting going, and we're going to go and see those right now. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you some rock piles and some cribs.
There's actually something not that exciting,
but right in here you can see a transition from soft bottom to hard bottom. That orange is a hard bottom. But what we're coming up on, what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of give you a hint at what a good speed is. That might be some fish right there. That's what they kind of look like. They look like little skinny dots. But that's why I like to have the 2D on, because then it confirms what I see on the down imaging. But we're going to be coming up on this is one of the smaller rock piles. But I think it's worth it to try and figure out how to find these things. Now you'll see the transition back to softer bottom. And we should be coming up on this rock pile pretty quick. And you'll see the hump come up. And then you'll see the actual individual boulders on the rock pile. And this is important. I mean, if you're fishing for walleyes, smallmouth, you want to find these rock piles. And here it comes right here. You'll see it right there. And you'll see the hump come up. Here comes the hump. And then you can see your 2D sonar, how wide that yellow, and then you'll see nice individual boulders right there. There's actually some fish right there. You can kind of see their return, and there's your rock pile. You can see the boulders, you can see the little humps on your 2D. So all right, and there's your transition back to soft bottom right off the rock pile. So we're gonna go. There's some cribs down here that I want to show you guys. It's really cool. You can identify these things really good, and if you can find fish cribs, you can usually find fish.
Was worthwhile.
So we're
too.
gonna go take.
So right here, you're looking at a point. So that's a main lake point right there, and right out in front of the boat here, we're gonna show you how that point comes up and forms a nice hard bottom, and it's a rock pile. And here it comes now already. So you can see on the side imaging, you can see how it comes up. And this point comes way up. And this is another kind of important feature if you're looking for stuff in the post-spawn or even stuff in the pre-spawn. It's going to go out on the main lake points. And you can see here how hard of a bottom that is, how nice and bright everything is. It comes up to 4 feet here. And here we're right on top of that extended point. There's the point right there. And we're right over that really hard bottom here. Now you can really see how hard this bottom is here. And as we go by, you see good spot. Caught a lot of muskies there on the pass right around that point. So, all right, we're gonna now go and look for those cribs. I'm gonna try and see if I can't find them. Right here is where they were. They were on this hard bottom. You'll see the hard bottom coming up on your left. And there they are. Okay, so that is fish cribs right there. There's a bunch of them right down here, and you'll see them on the 2D. You'll see them on the down imaging, and you'll see them on the side imaging. So that's what fish cribs look like, you know, on your sonar. Now there's more of them here. I can't really get on all of them because there's a boat back out to my left, but that's what, you know, a fish crib is going to look like on your sonar. And of course, you know, there's another spot where there's some more cribs where I might go check out on the other side of the lake here. But those were, you know, a few fish cribs right there. And we'll see if we can get them back on here. You'll see them on the side imaging. Let's see if we can get them, and I don't want to get out of these guys' way because they're fishing. Let's see if we can see them anymore. There's a big hump. There's a bait ball, so that's a nice picture of a bait ball. And here come the cribs. There they are. And those are cribs. So there you go. That's what cribs look like on your sonar. Oh, there they are. Big time. So that's what fish cribs are going to look like, and you want to find those to find fish. From 12, 13 foot up to like 3 feet. I'm going to say you're seeing some fish right in here. You're seeing the bottom change on the left side imaging, and then it should start coming up any second here, and we should see that hump, and it's just a little main lake rock hump. And then I'm going to show you another extended point, but here comes the rock hump right here. You see it come up, you see that return down here get real wide, and you see the brightness. Now up here you can really see those boulders. So right there you can really pick out all the rocks in there, and that's just a little main lake rock hump. And there you see we're up to 5 feet already here. That's another little way, you know, and here comes some more boulders. Here comes some more boulders right here. Real nice little rock hump. There's no fish on them, not right now, but then here goes your drop off. So, you know, that's kind of what you're looking at when you're fishing. Now, up in front of the boat, right there is another big main lake point, and right out in front of it is a bunch of rocks. So we're going to cut here, and then I'm going to show you that main lake point, what you're looking for, especially smallmouth like it here, because of the depth and the rocks here. Lots of crayfish in there, lots of critters for them to eat. So I'm going to cut, and then we'll go over there, and I'll show you that one, and then I'll show you some weeds, and that'll be really all I got to show you today. So hopefully that helps you. If you're new, if you just got one of these units, you know, maybe that'll help you. 14 feet here. I like to go. It's something that I never really talk about. I like to go about, I don't know, 4.5, 5 miles an hour when I'm looking for stuff, because I think it reads. You can go pretty fast. You can read a lot, and you can cover a lot of water, and you know, especially if you're in a newer lake, or you know, you're trying to find structure to fish. So I try and go about 4.5 to 5 miles an hour. I find that that's where I get the most cleanest returns, and I find a lot of structure that way, and I can go pretty fast. Now here we're going to come up on this big rock. Now this is a big rock pile here. This is a big main lake point rock pile here, and we're going to be going over it. You can see right there, I'm right at the point right now. I'm going to go over to the point, and we're going to start seeing this change to rock. But you know, if you're going to be fishing for muskie, let's say, you find a nice main lake rock point, this will be a good spot to check. And here comes the extended point right now. We're right over that extended point, and here's a rock finger right here. This is just a rock underwater bar right here, in 14 feet of water. So that's a lot of times where fish are going to stage, after they spawn, they're going to, and before they spawn, they're going to stop at these places, and especially pre-spawn, and then post-spawn going back to their summering ranges. You'll get them out here. So it's important to know, how to find this stuff. And then, of course, you want to use your mapping to, mark waypoints on this stuff, which I have already done. Let me try and find, there's a bigger rock pile out here that we're looking for right now. And it should be coming up right about now. There it is. Here we go. So you can see the transition really clear. And there's that big hump. And look at all those rocks down there. And there's your big hump. You can see how wide that band is. So you've got a definite, and there's that big rock extended point. Right, so now I'm going to go past a weed bed that's usually up, but it's not up too high right now. But I'm going to show you what weeds look like. And then I think we'll be done. And that'll hopefully give you guys, again, some tips on if you don't have one of these, or it's so late in the year. How to read these things. I mean, it's so early in the year, and they haven't come up yet. So here we go. Here's a hard bottom. This is your transition to hard bottom, but now you're going to see the weeds right in here. That's your weeds on the side imaging, and you can see the little grass right here. So that's your weeds. That's just a little bit of main lake grass right here, right off the point. There's a point there, and then on the other side, on the left side of the side imaging, there's an underwater island here, which really isn't here, which is amazing that it's not up more. But that'll be coming up on our left side imaging right now. We should start seeing some of that grass. We're on the outside of it, so we should start picking some of it up right now. There you go. There's the weeds right here. So here's where the reeds start. These are all emerging reeds. And we're in deep water. This is a great musky spot with this weed bed right here. This is all reeds right in here. That's what your bulrushes are going to look like when they're emergent. It's a big underwater island here that the fish use in the summer. They basically stay here all summer, and I've caught some big muskies in that weed bed, especially later in the year. So okay, well that's it. That's all I got. Hopefully it'll help you guys out. Hopefully you like the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Tutorial on how to use your graph to find, and it showed you some of the. Just showed you what some of that stuff looks like underwater. I didn't really go into how to mark it with a waypoint, but with the Humminbird unit it's really easy, as opposed to you just hit the mark button. There's a button that says mark, which actually I'm going to go show you right now. So there it is right there. So if you when you go over something you want to mark, you just hit mark, it automatically creates a waypoint for you. So, but yeah, so those are some of the underwater structures that I concentrate on as we go through the stages of the spawn and pre-spawn and post-spawn into summering into their summer holes. So hopefully that'll help you out. Hopefully it'll help you if you're just getting one of these units, speed up the learning curve for you a little bit, and help you catch more fish. All right, thanks for watching.